Hey guys, welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got the second round match of the Australian Open between Jesper de Jong and Jannik Sinner. What's up, everybody? Excited to call it Jannik's second match of the event. It's a good draw for Jannik. Hey, Zerafine, what's up? What's up? Glad to have you. Good to have everybody in the chat. Join in. Be here from first point to last. What's up, everybody? Jesper de Jong is a qualifier. He won his first match against a guy named Petro Kacin, an Argentine player. He is 161st in the world. I was reading up a little bit on this guy beforehand. ATP ran a story with him. I was quite like this guy and this player. He qualified into the tournament on his ninth attempt, trying to go through Grand Slam qualifying. Finally succeeded. Nick really dressed up to call this match. Oh, nice, Matt. What's up? Good to have you in the chat. What's up, everybody? Join in. Let me go down the score. We got Jannik Sinner, one of the best players in the tennis world of last year. One of the very best. Ended his season in amazing fashion. We're going to see how he's able to do today. It's going to be De Jong to serve first. All right, cool. All right, De Jong got the line to serve. Dong serve. First serve goes long. Second serve. What's up, everybody? Join in. We've got the Jannik second round. I'm excited for it. Kick serve, forehand of Sinner. Forehand of De Jong. The forehand of Sinner. Forehand De Jong. The forehand of Sinner. Backhand De Jong. The backhand of Sinner. Backhand of De Jong. The forehand of Sinner, that goes wide. Yeah, De Jong is just 23 years old. He is a Dutch player. Is De Jong, like I said, he qualified in. That means he's already won 3 matches. Actually, he's already won 4 matches. He won 3 matches in qualifying. Even though you might not be playing top 100 players every time, it's very tough to win 4 consecutive Grand Slam matches. So whoever's a qualifier in it and in the second round of the event, especially, that's big. That's not easy to do. Forehand of De Jong in the backhand of Sinner. Forehand of De Jong runs around it inside out to the backhand of Sinner. Forehand of De Jong, the forehand of Sinner, back to the forehand of De Jong, hitting well so far. Backhand cross court, the backhand of De Jong, forehand of Sinner, forehand of De Jong, backhand of Sinner cross court. That goes out. 30 love for De Jong. But I like this guy. I like the little I've seen of him. Like I said, I looked into him a little bit before the stream, so I'm not going to talk too much. Like, I don't know that much about the guy, but De Jong, what he has, he's not the tallest guy around, not the biggest server, the biggest hitter, but he's just a big kind of fighter. He got through a really close match in qualifying where he was like 3 points away from being out of the event. He's a bit of a grinder. He's got a solid forehand. He does like to slice a lot on his backhand. Like I said, the ATP ran a story on him, which is part of the reason I got to learn a little bit more about him. But he said it was one of the most special moments. He said it was the most special moment of his life to even qualify into the tournament. So I always like a player like that. Shows that they really care a lot about each match. And he said he's ready to show the world what he's got coming into this one. So he's confident too. Anyway, we'll see what he's got. But Jannik is the absolute favorite, and it's a great draw for Sinner. It's a double fault, 40-15. What's up, Joe Mama? What's up? Good to have you. Who did De Jong beat in the first round? He beat Kacin. He's a young player. He said himself he feels like he's constantly improving. So we'll see. We'll see what he's got. I'd never seen him play before until I was looking at a little bit of his matches, especially the one against Kacin. Really that one. But yeah, Pedro Kacin, who's mostly likes to play in the challengers and the clay events. I mean, a pretty talented guy, grinder, likes the clay, but it was like, that's a great first round to have on a major, Petro Kacin. What's up, Zerafine? There's a funny moment in the UTS chat where Benoit Paire was talking to Rude, and Rude was talking about his draw at the U.S. Open, and Benoit Paire said, "Who'd you have in the quarterfinals, Petro Kacin?" And that it was a funny moment. but it was obviously very disrespectful as well because Pedro Cachin is fantastic, but I can't say it wasn't funny. 1-0 for De Jong. Win predictor says 92% for Jannik. It was very similar in his first round match as well. I will say Jannik, even though Jannik had one of the easiest, kind of most straightforward wins of the first round for most players, but it took him over 2.5 hours to win his match in 3 sets. He did not play the highest level against Van de Zandschulp, who also wasn't playing at the highest level. So Jannik hasn't really, in his first match, definitely wasn't his best, especially in the first couple sets, but got through in straight sets unscathed. So we'll see how he looks. What is Blood the Young about to cook? Hey, what's up, Frank? Let's see. He said, I'm ready to show the world what I've got. He's trying to be the Mirazon. What Mirazon was to Alcaraz, trying to be that to Sinner. Anyway, we'll see what he's got. I've really never seen him play a match in real time before. More interested about Jannik, though, and seeing how Jannik's level is and if he really is a contender for the title. It's backhand way up high. The forehand of Jannik inside out to the backhand of De Jong. That goes out. 30-15. 30-15. What's up, Zerfine, Frank? What's up, everybody? Has that Cahill interview with the Corona Boys run? Yeah, I don't know, but I want to see it. Corona Boys are stars now, superstars. When does a fan base become superstars and famous in tennis? That's what I want to know, because that's awesome. I love the Corona Boys getting the attention, because you're not gonna have like 30 guys running around in carrot costumes at a tennis event. It's not gonna get some traction. Like, it's good there are eyes on them now. And that goes out for De Jong, 40-15 for Sinner. Serve from Sinner. Down the tee. That's a good serve. 1-1. That's a good serve. 1-1. That's it. Joe Mama, Farang, Zerafine. What's up, everybody joining in? We got Matt Hill, the Matt Hill in the chat. What's up? What's up, Matt? Good to have you. UTS tourist coming to my country in 3 weeks. Nice. I love UTS. I'm gonna say it. I really like UTS. I like what it brings. It's the kind of switch up to tennis that I really appreciate. I like the players showing their personalities out there, and I love seeing tennis in a different way. I love the kind of genuine player chats offside that they have. I'm all for it. I'm all for the UTS thing. I'm all for the UTS thing. It's chaos. It's wild. It brings out some crazy moments, but it's fun. So from Cachin. Out wide, forehand to Center. That's in the net. 15 love for De Jong. 15 love for De Jong. If you're a guy like De Jong, you need to be you need to have a strong start. If you don't have a strong start, then it's pretty much impossible when you're one of these guys. So he needs to just be solid on his serve and go from there. What I've seen from him, he has a pretty decent solid serve. His forehand really impressed me. His forehand is good from what I've seen from him. His backhand is going to be able to Sinner is going to be able to take advantage of his backhand, so he'll want to hit as many forehands as possible. Djokovic again today, of course. Popperin going to show him levels. We are ready in the morning. Yeah, I want to see that. Popperin's good. Popperin's good, man. He won Umag, so that's just something against Wawrinka in the final there. He's a good player. Went to really tight 3 sets with Safulin last week. Safulin's been playing good ball. Yeah, I think Popperin is tough. Djokovic is going to want to pick it up. Listen, if you beat Djokovic at the Australian Open, you might have to do it in early rounds. Djokovic is what, 10-0 after semifinals of Australia? Like, you might not be able to beat Djokovic once he's in the semis, but once he's playing early rounds and your name is Dennis Istomin, you're playing him in the second round and Djokovic doesn't see it coming. Djokovic's up 2-1. It's like, oh, I don't even have to bring my best tennis. And Dennis Istomin starts hitting crazy between the leg shots and around the net shot winners and plays amazing. And Djokovic's like, oh my God, I didn't realize I have to play so well already in early rounds. Maybe that's when Djokovic gets tested. We saw Djokovic already go 4+ hours in his first round. So there's something to that. I think there's something to that. Really, there is something to that. I was looking at the stats recently. Djokovic has only lost in the semifinals of a major one time since 2014. So that might not be the time to beat him. Quarterfinals, 4th round, that might be the sweet spot. 2nd round, 3rd round. When Djokovic isn't ready. Sinner would have to play Novak in the semis. How rude of me. I forgot to like the stream. No, you're good, Joe Mama. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. And don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff if you're new. Let me change this up. Serve from Sinner. Out wide. That goes out. Serve. The forehand of De Jong. Forehand of Sinner inside out. That's a great shot. Good defense off the backhand. Lob. Smash Sinner. Put away. 15 love. Solid. Hey, what's up, Juice? What's up, Juice Lava? Good to have you in here. What's up, Juice? Joe Mama. Crazy stat. Yeah. I was looking at the other day because he lost to Nishikori. 2014 U.S. Open is wild, by the way. That is the anomaly of the Big Four era because Nishikori beat Djokovic in the semis. Cilic beat Federer. Cilic won in straight sets after Federer played a really long match against Monfils and saved a few match points in the round 16 or quarterfinals there. Quarterfinals, I think. But that is the anomaly. Cilic versus Nishikori at the prime time of Federer and Djokovic on hard courts like that. When did that ever happen? Great return serve from De Jong, by the way. Great get there. 2 off the forehand. Drop volley. De Jong running. Ooh. Bit of a tough physical moment there for De Jong, but I like to see him running all over the court. He said it with his press and with talking to the ATP site. He said, listen, I'm a fighter out there. But yeah, since the 2014 U.S. Open, he only lost in the semifinals of a major once to Dominic Thiem at the Roland Garros 2019. So that's a stat. Stanmol out, TV off for the entire tournament now. Frank, I know you're looking for Wawrinka at Wimbledon to get that career Grand Slam. I'm looking for the same thing. 40 love. It's so weird because Wawrinka's won at all the other 3. He's never been to the semis at Wimbledon. He's gotten close a few times. I remember an epic that he played against Gasquet in the quarterfinals one year that went like 11-9 in the 5th set. And that could have been an opportunity for Stan to at least make the semis. But I love to see Wawrinka still around, though. He was so close to taking out Manarino. He was up 2-1. He was up a break 2-1. And then his game, just his physical side, just started falling apart. It was really hot and humid. Wimbledon is all we need. Yeah. Yeah. What are your predictions for the Djokovic match and for Rublev's match? Anthony, I say Popyrin takes a set. I say Popyrin takes a set off Novak with the home crowd advantage as well. I say Popyrin takes a set, but Djokovic wins in 4 sets. At the end, pretty comfortable for Novak. I say he shows with a slightly higher level than in the first round, but still some spots for him. But I think Popyrin's good. I say Popyrin can take a set, especially if Novak doesn't up his level in the supreme way. But I don't think Novak will be hugely tested. I will say 4 sets, though. And then for the Rublev-Eubanks match, if that match was on earlier, like, honestly, if it was on right now, I might be calling the Rublev match. Maybe a bit of a doubleheader with the Sinner and Rublev. But Rublev-Eubanks is good. Eubanks is tough. Eubanks won in very comfortable, quick, straight sets in his first round match. I think if he's playing well, he'll love these courts. Against Rublev was tested pretty badly in the first round as well. I'm more curious than anything. Rublev likes the tight moments. Against Eubanks, you're going to have a lot of tight moments with how good he is in serve. You'll see a few tie breaks there. I'll say Rublev wins in a very kind of tight 4 or 5 sets, but I say Andre because mentally I like him at this tournament with what he showed in the last round, what he showed against Runa last year, and I like him more in general. He's more used to the moment, but that could be really good. That could be really, really good. I wonder if the crowd will tease Nole today. Yeah, well, they never learn, do they now? They never learn, do they now? If they say one word to Novak, they stand no chance. If they say one word to Novak, Poprin has no chance. The crowd's better learn that Novak doesn't care. Novak does not care. So Novak doesn't care. In fact, he likes it a little bit. He uses that as motivation, which is something that not everybody can do. Andreeva is at 2-0 in the first set. I'm watching both matches. ESPN2 showing Sinner with Kyrgios, Johnny Mac, and Patrick McEnroe. That's quite a crew. Matt, that's awesome. McEnroe brothers and Kyrgios. Are you kidding me? I want to see John versus Nick on a tennis court, and both of them just screaming their heads off. Hopefully Nick not at the officials and stuff around the court. Well, hopefully not both. I guess that's what they both do, but just the thought of it is entertaining. Serve here from the Jong. Serve down the tee. Forehand hits the tape from Sinner. Forehand drop shot. Drop shot. Sinner gets to. What a get flick. What an outrageous shot. Jannik's moving up and down the court is underrated. I tell you what, that's an outrageous shot that Jannik just hit. If you're not watching, that was outrageous. Sinner was way behind the baseline. That was amazing racket skill and control to get over it. Big thumbs up from De Jong. I mean, listen, Jesper De Jong, now you know who you're up against because that is what top 5 level is. Oh my God, what a shot. 2 break points. Forehand Sinner, the forehand of De Jong. That's a good shot. Backhand slide into the net. Sinner too strong. I'm loving this. Much higher level so far than against Van de Zandschulp. 3-2. Much higher level than against Van Zandschulp. Eubanks will take out Rublev in 5. Joe, ooh, we'll see. I like that take, though. Rublev's to set tiebreak first round, right, yes, against Sabath Wielch. I'm American. I'm not going to be able to say his name, but I try. A big goal for me this year is to get better with the name pronunciation for a lot of players, but Sabath Wielch, Brazilian player, yeah, I went 5 sets. That he was trying to come back from 2 sets love down. Yeah, no problem. Johnny Mac is way more calm nowadays. Joe, yeah, he is for sure. He is for sure, Joe. I think his serve will be hard to break. Eubanks, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Rublev will need to be returning well. From what I saw, I felt like Sabath Wielch was doing quite well on his serve against Rublev. Sabath Wildin, remember him cooking up Medi at RG. Yeah, a lot of Russian fans were scared. I've got to think when he was so close to taking out Rublev, like flashbacks, absolute flashbacks. I basically chose the matches to focus out of what can be done at a decent hour. I have this grand plan, so I can stay up for semifinals and finals. We'll see. Matt, you got a grand plan for the event. I love it. Cooking up a grand plan to try to finesse your way into watching all of the Australian Open matches. It's gonna be hard to do at our hours, but I'll try my best. No, listen, I mean, believe me, when it gets to 3 a.m. matches, I mean, I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'll try to do some streams later in the event as well when it's mostly night matches. Like if we get Sinner versus Djokovic. Like, they were 2 of my biggest streams last year, which is awesome. I love the big streams, but also those are just such good matches. Like, I am staying up, like, for sure, for those. Drop shot Sinner, backhand, right into the center. That's a good reflex, though. 30 love. Eubanks is dangerous. A bit nervous, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, he is very dangerous. That's a tough one, no doubt about it. I mean, Eubanks is just fearless. He, like, ever since last year, he has this aura about him that he is just completely and utterly nothing to lose. And there's nothing scarier about a guy than a guy who has nothing to lose. Hey, what's up, Enigma? Good to have you in the chat. How are you doing? Who are you rooting for? Who are you? Or I guess you're probably, I mean, I don't know. Most people probably haven't even seen De Jong play before. But anyway, that's a great backhand down the tee from Sinner. Sinner does have the stronger backhand by miles of these two players. So we're going to see a lot of that. That's what we've seen so far. Nice, nice, nice. Yo, Enigma. Yo, yo. Frank Klavedev, yeah. Klavedev in the mud again in Paris this year. Yeah, Medvedev's going to win the French. Medvedev's going to get the career Grand Slam. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. Would he have a tougher time at Roland Garros or Wimbledon? I'm kind of, even before he won in Rome, I was of the thinking that clay courts might suit Medvedev's game better than grass courts. Like, grass courts are a little bit easier for Medvedev, but Medvedev likes standing way far back. He likes defending. Now that he's kind of figured out the movement like we saw in Rome last year, maybe he actually likes clay courts more than grass courts. Like, am I crazy for that? I know he has a big serve. He can hit a big forehand, but even though his game is much more easier adaptive to grass courts, that doesn't mean it's better on grass courts. With some time, if he challenges himself hard enough, it might do clay courts better. I don't know. Forehand drop shot, that's in the net. 40-30. 40-30. De Jong is looking for a break back. Rublev out. I'm feeling Eubanks got this. Okay, I'm going Rublev to pull it out because I'm not counting out Rublev. Too many people count out Andre. You know what I mean? Too many people count out Andre. This guy's consistent as consistent comes. Can't win a quarterfinal to save his life, but he's consistent. Serve coming here from Jannik. Serve down T, that's solid. That is solid. 4-2. The slam is rough for me in Texas. Hard to stay up. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, like what? Like 12 o'clock in Melbourne? For me, it's already 8 p.m. So the times are just so difficult. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I got Andre, but we'll see. 4-2 for Jannik. 7:30 p.m. right now. Okay, got you. Yeah, you're an hour behind me. Even worse here. It's even worse here. It's 2:30 in the night here. Oh, damn. That Serafine, that's tough. That's brutal. That's brutal. I guess if you wake up though early hours, like 7, 8 o'clock, you can catch some of the night matches, I guess. So in the morning, you can catch some of the matches. For here it's just impossible. 3:30 a.m. a Grand Slam final starts. That's crazy. It's tough. Backhand, that goes wide in the doubles alley. Love 15. I will say about De Jong, this guy said that he was more nervous for his qualifying third round match than he was for his first round match. This guy qualified into the tournament. That means he's already won 4 matches. He had already tried playing Grand Slam qualifying on 8 previous attempts. He never qualified in. He had reached the third round of qualifying a few times before. This is his first time in a Grand Slam main draw. He said it was the most special moment of his life to qualify in. He said he was very nervous starting against Kachin. He lost the first set, but then he said the nerves kind of calmed down from there. But we'll see what he's got. He's a young guy. But it seems like Jannik is going to be able to take advantage of his game way better than Kachin, who plays similarly very defensive. Love 30. Very defensive. It's 2:30 in the night. I got you. 2:30 a.m. here as well. Rip. About to go to sleep. We need to see Djokovic. For Frank, do you have like that gut feeling thing about like Djokovic might struggle there? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I think you might, because I kind of think Popper might do a test for Novak. We'll see. Novak match could be good. I call hacks from Andreeva. What's going on there? I didn't keep up with the scores. I always forget that there are other matches going on. I'm used to the other tournaments. With the Grand Slams, there's always some interesting match going on. Not used to it yet. Second round just starting today. Forehand of Sinner. The forehand of De Jong. Forehand of Sinner. The forehand of De Jong. Forehand of Sinner. Inside out. It's a great shot. Backhand. The forehand of Sinner. Cross score. That's so solid. That's why he's top 5 in the world. That's why some people have him as contender. Just ruthless. Ruthless hitting. Crazy. Crazy. Wozniacki is up a set on Timofeeva. Andreeva took the first set over Ons Jabeur. Wow. Mira Mira, baby goat. She's trying to take out Ons. Crazy. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that one. Faison has the call with that one as well. Don't even jinx Nole. Blasphemy. Okay. Fair enough. Andreeva wins the first set in 6-0 in 20 minutes. I'm not really that surprised. That's crazy. That is crazy. Just started. Keep an eye on that. On's trying to win a game. Forehand inside out. Backhand of De Jong. Forehand of De Jong. The backhand of Sinner. Forehand slice of De Jong. It's just not good enough, the hitting at the moment. That's a good backhand cross court, though. That's a little bit better. 15-40. 15-40, 15-40. Sinner looking to pounce. Already playing much higher level than he was against Botic. Yet to drop a set in this tournament, though. Can't say the same thing about Novak. Jannik yet to drop a set. Forehand Sinner. The forehand of De Jong. Forehand to Sinner. That's in the net. By the way, Djokovic has never won a Grand Slam tournament without dropping a set. Am I the only one that thinks that's absolutely crazy? He's won 24 Grand Slams. He's been so dominant. He's never won a Grand Slam title without dropping a set. Story of his career, though, to be fair. He's had to fight for it. It hasn't been easy. He's crawled out of so many tight moments just because of his mental strength, just because of his mental game. But that's so crazy to me. Federer and Nadal have both done it, I think, at least 2 or 3 times each. Djokovic yet to ever do in his career. That's got to be one of the weirder stats, to be honest. Don't think it's going to be that easy for Djokovic. Popperin could give him a tough one. Okay, nice, Frank. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'll be able to watch tonight, but could be interesting. Never know. Alexei Popperin, Australian. Harder with the home crowd. I was up late yesterday, or really I woke up and checked the tennis scores and saw the end of the Kokkinakis versus Sebastian Offner match. Fantastic match that was. I love Kokkinakis getting some cosmic justice for the a good kind of win from the Murray last year. Advantage here for Jannik. What will be Sinner's first slam if he wins one, Joe? Is it really a question of if now? I feel like it's a question of when now, Joe. But when, what will be Sinner's first slam when he wins one? Australian Open is his worst slam, in my opinion, so far in his career. I feel like he started off his seasons not as strong as he's finished them generally. Or especially in the middle of his seasons have been the best parts of the season for Jannik. And I have kind of stats to back that up. Jannik's his win percentage in Australia is second worst win percentage. He's only made the 4th round of Australian Open twice. You can only say that about Wimbledon as well. But at Wimbledon, he beat Alcaraz one year. He got to the semifinals of Wimbledon another year, only losing to Djokovic in the semis. Second worst win percentage. Last year, he was down 2-0 against Fucsovic. He was down 2-0 against Tsitsipas. He was injured against Corda and Adelaide. It's just kind of the beginning of his season. I feel like it wouldn't be. That's why part of the reason I was like, can we all calm down? I don't know if it's going to be Australia, where he finally wins a major. But he's playing better than he ever has. There's no doubt about that. By the way, advantage here for De Jong. Serve out wide, back and cross court, back and down line. Ooh, De Jong goes for it, but pulls it wide. I like kind of the demeanor of De Jong, though. He's very kind of serious focus. Like, he looks so serious. He looks so serious out there, which is good. But yeah, I don't think it's Roland Garros, right? Because Carlos is going to end up being almost impossible to beat. You would have to think at Roland Garros on clay courts. And there's so many people who play well on clay. I don't think Sinner is a nothing player on clay at all. But I think it will be tough. Wimbledon or U.S. Open are the two. And I would have to say Wimbledon. I would have to say Wimbledon might be the best shot. because of the competition on grass courts isn't all that high at the moment. He's turned out to play very good on grass pretty early in his career. And grass just suits his game so well. It's such an aggressive game, especially now that he's figured out the serve even more. I felt like he's only started figuring out the serve in Canada. I feel like at Wimbledon, the serve still wasn't really there. That would have helped against Djokovic, where every set was so tight. But yeah, I think Wimbledon is a good chance. U.S. Open, though, he played just incredible level against Alcaraz in that one quarterfinal. So never know, but I say Wimbledon. Forehand of De Jong, that goes out deuce. That goes out deuce. Deuce. Good question. It is a good question. Kokkinakis Murray match was crazy. One of the best matches of the decade. I tell you what, it was the third best match of 2023, but it was one of the best matches of the decade. We had 3 all-time good matches last year, if you ask my opinion. Sinner Medvedev in Vienna was quite good as well. I mean, you had some crazy matches last year. Don't get me started on the women's side as well. Mukova Sabalenka at Roland Garros, Madrid final, Australian Open final, Jabeur Sabalenka at Wimbledon. What else? You had so many good matches last year. Azarenka Svitolina, Swiatek versus Garcia in Beijing. So many good matches on both sides last year, really. Even without Serena or Nadal, Federer, etc., but still a lot of good matches. Back in cross court, that goes out. Center kind of fakes the jumping smash there. Advantage for De Jong. Let's see if this guy can at least hold here and keep it close. That'd be good. Carlos Nole, Cincinnati. Yeah. Enigma. The 2 Carlos Nole matches. Which one do you think is better, Cincinnati or Wimbledon? I always opt for Wimbledon. The Cincinnati stream is actually my favorite stream that I've done for this channel. I always think about I like chaos in tennis. I thrive in the chaos. I love the Schwartzman Tsitsipas match in Monte Carlo. Like I love up and down chaotic matches. But Wimbledon was a Grand Slam final. Wimbledon, Alcaraz was the underdog, huge underdog. Every set was so high level from both players. I felt like the level was slightly higher from both throughout it, with so many incredible moments. Like Alcaraz stepping up in the second set tiebreaker, a long game in the third set. But Cincinnati was also all-time good. It really, really was. The hype coming into the third set was incredible, and then you had one of the greatest sets of tennis history. You could well argue if you wanted to. At least one of the most exciting. Forehand cross court, the forehand of Sinner, backhand of De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, inside out, the forehand of De Jong, forehand of Sinner, cross court. Ah, what an angle! This guy's ridiculous. Jannik is ridiculous. Smash from the baseline down the line. Jannik can play such a high tier of play. How do people not see that this is a guy who's going to be ruling the game for the next 15 years? How's your boy looking, Anthony? Hey, he's looking good. Ons isn't looking very good, though, is she? Like 6-0. What's happening? What's happening over there? That looks crazy to me. It's 1-1 the second set, but Jannik's looking really, really, really good. Like, this is going to be a guy who's tough to beat if he's playing like this. Kurocha boy's in the crowd, by the way. It's looking good. What's up, Faison? Everybody say hey, Faison. If you're on stream, say hey to Faison. Forehand, the backhand of Sinner, backhand of De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, backhand of De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, backhand of backhand rally, backhand of De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, inside out, forehand of De Jong, forehand of Sinner, backhand of De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, backhand of De Jong down the line. That goes out, 5-2. We're at 5-2. Double break for Jannik Sinner. EF Ons, I'm just moaning about how she was looking terrible. Dang. Offset stories then, because Jannik's looking good, but man. I hope Ons picks it up. You know that both of us like Ons, so. Hey, what's up, Marina in the chat? What's up? Good to have you. Yeah, we got Faison in the chat. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Coming in here from down under. We're watching your home slam. What's up, Joseph? Good to have you. Got to give it to Wimby. There's no bigger stage. Exactly. Best of 5 sets, Wimbledon. Both matches were incredible. Wimbledon was so good for all 5 sets. I know 2 of the sets were 6-1, but there was a 30-minute long 13 deuce game in the third set. And the first set, every game but one went to deuce. So every set in Wimbledon was crazy. I think Sinner will win more than one. I agree. I think Wimbledon will be his first. Completely agree. I've been saying that he's a future world number one and multi-major winner for a couple of years now. So everybody's caught up. That's why I love Federer's prime. He just destroyed everyone. Yeah, I agree. Federer was crazy. It was easy to root for Federer. He brought the level up to a new game. He brought dominance in tennis up to a new level on the men's side, at least for several years now in the Open era. So I say U.S. Open. Okay, Matt. That's not a bad pick either, to be honest. I don't think it's crazy. I think he loves the pressure, especially the last 5 years or so. Yeah, we'll see. Sinner at the line to serve. Serve out wide. Forehand to Jong. The forehand of Jannik. Backhand to Jong. The forehand of Jannik. That goes out. Love 15. De Jong will try to make a statement here and at least break back towards the end of the set. Is on Joseph, Marina, Joe. Appreciate everybody joining in so far. Guess most of Rafa's fans are also Alcaraz fans, which Djokovic fans don't like. Well, he plays a bit like Federer, too. I thought that for a while. This guy has crazy shots from all over the court. He plays aggressive, stepping into the court. Plays a lot of drop shots. He likes coming to net. Some of his game reminds me of Federer. Some of his game reminds me of Djokovic with the two-hander and kind of his athletic nature on the court. And then, yeah, Rafa, the kind of digging deep mentality, running all over the court, having crazy gets. There's some of all three of them in Alcaraz. For sure. It comes with his influences. 15 all. I mean, but like even Jannik and Carlos have both said that Federer is one of their biggest influences. In fact, at points, they've said that he is their biggest influence for their games. So Federer inspired a whole new generation coming up, and it's so good that he did because Federer, well, nobody can copy Federer. The way he played is unreal, but he played in such a difficult way, and yet he made it look so elegant. And just every shot he hit, it was just like something about the way he played. There's no other player you could watch that was like him, and he's one of the all-time greats by far. He raised the game up to a new level, and he dominated. First guy to reach 20 majors. And he shouldn't have had a longevity like he had. He shouldn't have been able to have a dominance like he had. These were things that have never been seen in the game before. The fact that he had amazing longevity and had that amazing little bit of dominance, consecutively dominating for 4, 5, 6 years at such a high level. I mean, Federer was crazy and so fun to watch. Sinner, by the way, serves it out. Great smash to serve it out. 6-2. 6-2, 6-2. I think Pistol Pete was the biggest influence. Yeah, Pete is Novak's biggest influence. Pete is the biggest influence for who, though? But Pete was a big influence for Djokovic. But yeah, Pete is a big influence for a lot of people. He's still one of the all-time greats for sure. Winning 14 majors is crazy. Was it 5 or 6 consecutive year-end number ones for Sampras? That's a record. He dominated in a time when Agassi was around. I mean, Sampras was crazy too. Faison actually picked Andreeva. I think it is a matter of time before she makes a major run out of slam. 125% agree. And I think I also picked Andreeva as well. I believe I also picked Andreeva as well. I don't remember for sure, though, but I think so. Sadly, don't think Ons is getting that slam she wants before she retires, Enigma. She put too much pressure on herself at Wimbledon. I felt bad for her when I read the story that she was thinking in that match. Part of the reason she got so emotional was that if she won that Wimbledon, she was going to allow herself to have a kid. And I just think that's way too much pressure, realistically, to put on yourself before a final. I feel it for her, though. I'm sure that was partly in her mind. It's just sad. Ons is one of the players that deserves a major, though. Absolutely. She's too good at her best. Her peak level, her talent. I mean, her mentality is one of the best. Her mentality is one of the best on the tour. I mean, the way she played against Rybakina at Wimbledon last year. I mean, if you saw the second and third sets, if you watch the second and third sets that were played against Rybakina in the quarterfinals of Wimbledon last year, and you think that she doesn't deserve a major, then I think you're accidentally tuning into the wrong match, because she is absolutely killer at her best. I mean, she doesn't hit as big as Rybakina, but she deserves a major. And I really do hope that she wins one of these Wimbledons. By the way, De Jong is I believe he's getting taped up. A little bit of a delay for a medic right now, physio. Yeah, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis as well. Turn on the notification bell. I'll be doing more streams throughout the Australian Open. Pete was an influence for Roger. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Pete and Roger had dinner a few times as well. Roger and Novak have both said that Pete is a huge influence. Part of the reason the big three did as well as they did was that they respected the history of the game and all of the players that came before them. That's a long history going all the way back to 1876 and even before that. So, you have to respect the history of the game. Tennis keeps changing. It will keep changing. At the end of the day, it is two players hitting a ball on the court, but you have to respect the players that came before. There have been a lot of great players throughout history. It's not just the big three. We've never seen an era like this where three players dominate to this extent. We will never again see an era like this. I'd feel pretty confident to say it quite like this. We might see another one of a Novak Roger Rafa type come up at some point, but to see three playing at the same time and having the dominant stats and numbers they put up, I don't think we'll see it again. 15 love for Jong at the line to serve here. One thing you have to say, if you want to feel like De Jong has any chance, he has to win the second set. No doubt about that. Hell of an ace there from De Jong. 30 love. Out wide. Hey, what's up, Ashley? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here. Roddick would have been a legend without Fed around. Roddick was so good, man. Such a good competitor on the court. Yeah, I tend to think that Roddick wouldn't have won, say, maybe... I don't think he would have won a lot more majors had Roger not been around, but he definitely deserved a Wimbledon, right? I mean, he would have won a Wimbledon or two without Roger around, no doubt about it. I mean, he lost it to three Wimbledon finals to Roger, so Roddick was a hell of a player. Great serve, and he wasn't the tallest guy. Great forehand. So, yeah, the Wimby finally lost her. That was the first match I ever sat down to watch on TV, was the extended fifth set between Roger and Roddick. First match I ever really sat down to watch. The first match I ever remember catching glimpses of on TV was Murray's comeback against Gasquet at Wimbledon 2008, right before the epic all-time Rafa Roger final. But the first match I ever really sat down to watch was like, I'm watching a tennis match right now and I'm going to sit down and watch it, was the Wimbledon final. I was 8 years old watching Roddick and Roger just go. Roger trying to break the slam record, and them just going so deep into the fifth set. I'll never forget it. Made me a tennis fan for life, honestly. Bring back extended fifth sets. Bring back extended fifth sets. Bring back extended fifth sets. Can I get a chant in the chat? It's my opinion. Backhand cross court. That goes out. 40-30. Some of the greatest matches ever were extended fifth sets. Borg McEnroe Wimbledon, Roger Rafa Wimbledon. Roger probably best shot maker I've ever seen. Finesse, yes, I agree. Roger has had 5,000 shots that hit 5,000 or 5 million shots throughout his career you've never seen before. He's just an absolute highlight reel of a player. I mean, he played tennis like no one else. Unreal the way he played, and he was so dominant and consistent playing that way. The backhand draw, that's a terrible drop shot into the net. Deuce, this looks like it might be a one-way traffic match. By the way, guys, hopefully I'll be having the Monfils versus Echeverry match. It is a rainy day in Melbourne, but I will be having the Monfils versus Echeverry call, so definitely tune into that if it's not 4 in.the morning. And even if it is 4 in.the morning, tune in as well. I'll be at around 4 in.the morning if I'm calling that, so hopefully you guys tune in. That'll be crazy. That could be a 5-set match, man. If that starts at 2 a.m., I might be calling that until like 7:30 in the morning. I'll definitely get a nap in before that for sure, but I can fit that in. Whatever, I'll do it. Whatever. I hope it stops raining though. Forehand to center. The forehand of De Jong. That's a game to De Jong, 1-0. At least staying ahead. Ons will be the favorite for Wimbledon this year, no matter what her form. One of the favorites, no matter what her form is like going into it. Absolutely, Joe. Yeah, remember that interview on Breakpoint with Ons? Yeah, she said, "I'm going to win Wimbledon one day." I reckon that we might believe her. What's up, Hannibal? Grande Jannik, Forza. Forza Jannik. That's it. Welcome in, Anthony. You make me feel old. Sorry about that, Joseph. The 07 Wimby is the first for me, Nick. But okay, nice. 07 Wimby final. Yeah, for me it was. I mean, listen, people talk about grass court tennis in Wimbledon. We need grass court tennis in Wimbledon. And they bring out some of the biggest epics. Serve down the tee from Jannik. That goes out. Second serve from Jannik. Backhand slice. That's in the net. I've watched the Wimbledon 08 finals many times. It's tennis on another level, Zerfine. Yeah, it's really one of the all-time great matches. It might be the best ever. Wimbledon 08 was crazy. It was even the first three sets were incredible. Rafa and Roger, I mean, listen, I know whatever. I know the thing like Novak and Rafa is like closer 30-29, whatever. But and like closer on all three surfaces, whatever. But well, 1 second. Forehand of Sinner, the forehand of De Jong that's in the net. But it's like Rafa and Roger, the contrast of styles that they had was so compelling. Every time Roger and Rafa would play a match as a kid growing up, because I guess that's what this is now. Like I grew up watching Rafa and Roger as a kid. Every time they would play as a kid, I would like it would be like an event for me. Oh, that is a beautiful down the line stunner of a return winner from De Jong. Got a little bit of a smile from De Jong. Is that in? That is in. It's got to be in by like a millimeter. De Jong hasn't smiled very much so far. I can't really blame him. He's playing Jannik there. Which would even be a big smile to see greatness in action or young greatness in action, but or it will give you a frown because you're barely able to win games. But serve down T, that goes out. Second serve. The serve for Jannik at times wasn't so good in the first set, in the first match, especially first serve percentage. That was a wicked second serve winner, by the way, 40-15. Dangerous sip. I see it's raining in Melbourne today. Yeah, rainy day. The 08 Wimbledon final, the 09 Wimbledon final are two of the best matches of all time. 08 probably the best. Yeah. 09, Roddick should have been up 2-0. That's really a detractor from how great that match is. He had an easy backhand volley. He was up 6-2 in the second set tiebreaker. He really should have gone to up 2-0. And then Federer could have come back. Roger nearly came back against Rafa from 2-0 down in the year before that. So you never know, but Roddick should have been up 2-0. So that detracts points from it. There are a few other things you could say. It was much shorter of a match than Rafa versus Roger. There were some great points in that one, but surely the rallies in Rafa versus Roger and some of the tight moments were a little bit more compelling than the Roddick Roger match. But it'll always hold a special place in my heart as the first match I ever really sat down to watch, and I'm glad that it is the first match I sat down to watch. I think it's a great kind of first one. Joseph, you're old when you have more hair on your back than your head. It's being sarcastic. Yeah, a lot of crazy matches. Wemby without grass just doesn't make sense. The sport was invented on grass. Yeah, exactly. It started on grass. That's the OG surfaces. It started out being played on lawns. Back and cross court to the backhand of De Jong. Forehand of Sinner. The forehand of De Jong. Forehand of Jannik. The backhand of De Jong. Backhand of Sinner. The backhand of De Jong. Backhand of Sinner. Some good backhand to backhand rallies. This guy's backhand is a little bit better than I thought it would be coming in, but Sinner's backhand is too good. Love 30. I like a chill stream like this, by the way. You can just talk about different stuff and just chill back. See what's up, see what's going on. Because I really don't. This is Jannik is going to win this match, but it's fun to watch it anyway. Not to jinx anything, but Australian Open used to be a grass court thing. US Open was too. Yeah, exactly. Hardcourt was obsolete in the big tournaments. It was all grass courts and clay courts, which is crazy now that 2 of the 4 are played on hard courts. Forehand of Sinner, the backhand of De Jong. Back of center. Cross court. That goes out. 15-30. 15-30. I had to leave that Rafa Roger match at the end of the fourth set. Somebody called me. I was covering Low League Baseball. I was recording it on VCR. He said it was the greatest match ever. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. That final is different. That final is different, the 08 final. Missed serve and volley against baseliners. Axel Sampras had that. Yeah, true. True. 15-30 here to Jong serving. First serve in the net. Second serve. Second serve from the Dutch player, De Jong. Jesper De Jong. Kick serve, the backhand of center. The backhand of De Jong. It's a good backhand. It's a better forehand. That's in the net. Backhand from De Jong. 15-40. 2 break points coming from center to break this open. Center to break this open. 2 break points. Two break points coming here for Jannik. He's looking to pounce here. Forehand Jannik, big down the middle. Forehand into the backhand of Jannik. Running across the court. Forehand, that's wild. From De Jong, it's 2-1. This is a good draw for Jannik center to play a qualifier here. It was going to be a good draw anyway against Kachin, to be honest. Who does Jannik have for the third round? I forgot. I've called Jannik for his first 2 matches. I'm trying to see. Maybe I could call every Jannik match. I know David is a big Jannik fan as well, so he'll probably want to call a few. Mira Andreeva, 6-0, 6-1 over Ons Jabeur. Talk about a ridiculous scoreline. Faison came in here, said that Ons is playing flat. But I'm almost wondering, is Mira redlining? Like, how is that even possible? Against a reigning Wimbledon finalist. You're 16 years old. Can you chill? Can you chill, Mira? You're playing. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. You're scaring everybody. You're scaring everybody. Are you about to win 30 majors, Mira Andreeva? She's good on all 3 surfaces, by the way, as Mira. So if you're looking for a complete young player, you got one in Mira. I do like Mira, though. I like her game. I like her personality as well. I like it. So many young Russian and Czech players coming up. It's crazy. 2008 Wimbledon finals finished in the dark. That wouldn't happen nowadays. The aesthetics and visuals of it were crazy, though. Roger wasn't perfectly happy about it after the loss, but I'm sure he was just also disappointed about the loss. There's a book about the Wimbledon 08 final. I'd love to write a book about the Sinner-Alcaraz rivalry and specifically the Sinner-Alcaraz U.S. Open quarterfinal match that they played. Because to me, that is one of the all-time great matches. And really showed everybody hey, listen, I know we just had an unique Big 3 golden era, but the next era is going to be quite awesome as well. That U.S. Open match. I'd love to write a book about that one because I have some things to say. Maybe especially when Sinner and Alcaraz play more matches against each other. Strokes of Genius by L. John Wertheim. There's a documentary by the same name too. I saw the documentary. I have not read the book yet. I enjoy tennis books. Yeah, I've got to read a few more, but I've read a few. Played on grass once. Yeah, Tim Fava won the second set. Okay, nice. Nice, but let's see how Woz Gat King can do. I'm rooting for Woz. I'm rooting for Caro to get it done. Even at her prime, she would win a lot of matches fighting it out in 3 sets. So 30 love. By the way, Ons Jabeur looking like she's about to at least make it 5-2 in the second set. Avoid an absolute bakery. Serve here from Jannik. Out wide, forehand return. Short, forehand Jannik. Inside out, backhand, cross court. That goes out. 40 love. 40 love. This is one-way traffic so far. I feel like so far is a bit of a no. Just say it's one-way traffic. We'll see if De Jong changes it, but somebody could say healthy, better look out. Yeah. I mean, listen, a guy this talented who works so hard Jannik is the perfect example of, listen, it doesn't matter how many struggles you have. Jannik is the perfect example of, it doesn't matter how many struggles you have. If you're a humble guy working hard and you're so talented, it doesn't matter. You're gonna break out eventually if you keep working hard and keep improving. Jannik is the perfect example. I mean, listen, people on Twitter will be like, "Oh, Dak Draper will never win a major. He keeps choking in big moments," and be like, "Lorenzo Musetti will never win a major. He sucks on grass courts." Like, they'll keep saying these things, but these guys are all so young. So you never know. If you believe in a player's talent and their work ethic, then that matters more than whatever struggles they may be having, because they have time to figure them out. And they've gotten to this point, which says a lot. And by this point, I mean being a top 100 player at least, which is a very difficult thing to do, especially at such a young age. Forehand volley, put away. That's a good shot. 15 left from Jong. Ouch, that's an ass whooping. Yeah, it is. Yeah. She's 3 points away as Mira from winning that. 0-1, that's bulldozing. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 0-2. Mira has to be considered a dark horse to win this tournament. Yeah, definitely a dark horse in the tournament, no doubt about it. Yeah. Not a Wertheim fan. Why is that, Matt? Forehand, the forehand of Sinner, inside out. Backhand of De Jong, the forehand of Sinner. Forehand, De Jong, the backhand of Sinner, inside out. It's a great shot. Forehand of shot. Ooh, nearly an amazing shot. Just like a fly swatter of a forehand, but that hits wide. Karen v. Musetti should be interesting. Is that second round? Jesus, I didn't even know that was a second rounder. That should be really good. That should be really, really good. I agree. Or no, Karen's playing Kovacevic. Where's Musetti? Where's Musetti? Karen is not playing Musetti. Forehand of De Jong. That's put away inside out. Put away nice. Put away nice. That's put away nice. I can't even find Musetti. Musetti's playing Van Asch. That's an interesting match. Two young players. I agree. Karen's not playing Musetti. Karen's playing Kovacevic. Yeah. But I agree. Musetti Hachanov would be an interesting match. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Mussetti's playing Van Asch. Yeah. Forehand of De Jong, the backhand slice of Sinner. Forehand De Jong inside out. The backhand is Sinner. The back. I mean, this is just not working for De Jong. He's got to switch something up. Forehand put away from Sinner. He's got to at least try something. I mean, listen, play all drop shots, slice, hit lobs, moon balls. Like, if it is not working to this kind of extent, you just have to completely switch things up. Usually, I would say play your game, but I only say that to a certain extent. Play your game until you're absolutely getting destroyed, is what I say. That's what I say. And he might have to switch something up. Say a quote by Anthony Hirsch by me. Serve here from De Jong. Serve here from De Jong. First serve goes wide. By the way, Mira, wow. Mira Andreeva in a straight sets win over Ons. I'm sure Faison is fuming in the other stream. Hate to see that, but Mira is scary, man. Lost 2 games to the reigning Wimbledon finalist. Back and cross court, the backhand of De Jong. Back into Sinner. Forehand De Jong, way up high. That might land in. No, back in the side, 30-40. Crowd is very quiet, by the way. De Jong is giving him very little to cheer about. De Jong is giving him very little to cheer about. 30-40, break point. By the way, ridiculous stat that just showed on the screen. De Jong has won 14% of his second serve points in the set, which is abysmal. Sinner has won 100%. That is as big of a disparity as you'll ever see. 14% to 100% second serve points won. That goes out from Sinner. Kind of a bad error there. Should have put it away. Deuce. Wozniacki up a break in the third set, by the way. Not a fan of his attitude. Some of his tweets are way out there. Okay. I mean, I've liked what I've seen from Wertheim, but I only know about Wertheim because I bought the book, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, everyone has their opinions. Really, I'm not on Twitter. Yeah. Twitter, gross. Yeah. Twitter is gross. Altogether. That's in the net from De Jong, advantage to Center, or X, or whatever you call it now. Joseph, it is my job. I have to use it. Yeah, fair enough. LOL, good prep type. I can't talk. Good pep talk, coach. Yeah, play your game until you're getting destroyed out there. And then you might want to switch things up a little bit. Just try things. You know, you might as well, right? Like, I have an example of something that almost worked last year. Christopher O'Connell was losing to Medvedev. He lost like 6-1. Then he started serving, volleying literally every point and coming in at every point. Then he won a set. So, something like that. That's a good shot from Sinner, by the way, 4-1. Like, O'Connell is one of these guys who's very skillful, but he just plays, he's more of a baseliner. He plays from back the court. He started rushing the net just because, like, why not? And then he won a set off of Medvedev. So it's like, at least you give yourself a chance that way. At least you give yourself a chance. I gave my colleagues a tour of my bookshelves during the pandemic when we worked from home. A book about a tennis match and them crying with laughter. Okay, nice. Yeah, I love tennis books. Yeah, I have a tennis book that's written by a guy named Pancho Gonzalez, Richard Gonzalez. He's one of the greats of the game that just isn't talked about enough now. He played against Rosewall and Laver, those guys back in the day. He was but considered by some people to be the greatest tennis player ever, even after Rosewall, Laver, and him all put down their rackets back in the day. But I have a book written by Pancho Gonzalez from like the 60s or something, and it's just called Tennis, and it's about like it's an introduction to tennis, and it's actually really interesting to hear that from such a good player's point of view. So, but he's an underrated name, Richard Gonzalez. Kenin was robbed. I remember that on stream. We were like, yeah, Kenin's gonna reach the second round. Well, no, Ghost. I thought Kenin was at least gonna win a set against Iga as well. She got close in the first set. Iga is just an alien, so hard to beat an alien. Swiatek is crazy. She's only getting better and better too. It seems like people forget how young Iga is. It's pretty scary. First serve that goes long. Let's see how she keeps. Let's see how she can do at the majors though as her career progresses. Last year won Roland Garros, but she didn't go perfectly deep at the other majors. We'll see how that kind of progresses. But 4 majors at 22 years old, that's a great stat. So she is something to watch. Absolutely. So Ghost, do 15 underarm serves in the saber. Yeah, go between the legs every shot. You know. That's what I used to do when playing tennis. I was crazy. When I was to play junior tournaments, I would annoy the hell out of my opponents. I would just, out of nowhere, I would just be trying the craziest things ever. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to lose anyway. I might as well try something. Sometimes it kind of worked a little bit. Got in the opponent's head, and they're just like, I love that. Man, I miss that. Forehand into the, runs around, hits a forehand. The forehand is center. Forehand, down the line. It's a great forehand from De Jong. Backhand slice. The forehand of center. Backhand of De Jong. The forehand of center. Inside out, backhand slice. The forehand of De Jong. That's in the net. 15-all. 15-all. By the way, Timofeeva breaks back, so it's 1-1 the third set there. Pancho Gonzalez, yes. Yeah, one of the greatest of all time that people never talk about now. I should read that one. Yeah, tennis, Pancho Gonzalez. I just found a random copy of that, and it's great. Iga is an alien, yeah. Andrea looks hella scary, too. I hope that's a good rivalry between those two, so. All right, no problem, Faison. Check that out. And sorry about the Ons result, Faison. I know that must be a tough one. Serve from Jannik. Down the tee. Forehand of Jannik. The forehand of Sinner. Sorry, the forehand of De Jong. That's in the net. Very little for the crowd to get excited about at the moment. Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? Hey, what's up, Max? I'm sure some people are coming from Faison's stream of Andreeva taking on Jabor. We're doing the center call. First serve is Long down the tee. What's up, everyone? Anthony here. Serve Jannik, and the forehand of De Jong. Forehand Jannik. The forehand of De Jong cross court. That goes out, though. 5-1. 5-1 for Jannik. He is playing lights out. You had to drop a set here. You had to drop a set so far. They could be aliens, never know these days. That explains Novak's greatness. That also explains why Novak can just be so like, just look elastic out there. The way he just reaches for balls. Like, I've never seen any other tennis player, especially at 36 years old, be as athletically impressive as Novak. It is ridiculous, some of the stretches and slides that he's able to do. That goes out from De Jong. This is falling apart quickly. This might be 6-2, 6-1, 6-0. I don't know if De Jong gets another game at this point. Sinner is ruthless. When Sinner's running with momentum and confidence, that is a scary Jannik Sinner. That's why a lot of people are excited about him coming into the Australian Open. He has some questions in the best of 5 format, but he's also shown some great signs in the best of 5 format in the majors as well. So definitely needs a little bit of work for sure. It won't come right away, I would doubt, but he's scary. He's going to be very tough to beat at this level. Forehand cross court to the forehand of Sinner. Backhand of De Jong, the backhand slice of Sinner. Backhand of De Jong, the backhand slice of Sinner. Backhand of De Jong hits over into the backhand of Sinner. Down the middle, forehand De Jong. Sinner can rally like this all day with more and more pace. Backhand Sinner. Cross court, the backhand of De Jong. That's in the net. De Jong has to do something, anything else. De Jong has to switch something up because, I mean, there's no chance for him this way. So why would you keep continuing with something which is giving you zero chance? You know what I mean? Yeah, what's up, everybody? Enigma, Max. Wait for Miami Open. Yeah. Sinner plays crazy in Miami. Sinner and Alcaraz both. Miami is one of the best tournaments for them because Miami plays a little bit slower. Alcaraz likes kind of the slower courts a little bit, but it also has the pace of shot that's a little bit faster than Indian Wells, for example. I think Alcaraz really likes that, and Sinner seems to always have great results in Miami. So Daddy pays on some instructions for his boy. Okay, guys. If he doesn't check in 1 minute, I dock his pocket money. Dang it. Faison, no. Ons looks so flat. Why did her first round match? I said she needed to pick it up. Her level big time just looked flat and as if she didn't want to be there. Dang, that's crazy. I don't know what that is with Ons. Sometimes she does look like that a little bit, and I don't know what it is because she could also be such a mentally sound player. It's crazy. Faison, yeah. Faison is wild. I read about Poncho and Ken Roseball book. He was quite a character. Yeah. Yeah. He's a big server. He was like the I don't even know who to compare him to. Like the Roger, maybe, of that, or like Sampras. He was like the Sampras of back in the day, just huge serve, ruthless on the court. And yeah, he was definitely quite the character. Some people said he was the best of all time. Ons looked like a zombie. That sucks. That's crazy. Ons is so good at her best and has such a great mentality, talent. You can say all of these things about her. It's crazy for her to look so flat out there. That's a good game from De Jong and a big come on from him. But I mean, listen, at this point, I don't see anything happening for De Jong. 6-2, 5-2, Jannik with the serve. That's up, Fabio. What's up, Fabio? Good to have you in the chat. See what Jannik can do. Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, Anthony Faison just sent us to you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all joining in. I got the center match. It's fun as well. And I said earlier, it's just a lackadaisical stream. I got to talk with you guys and just have a good time, chatting back and forth, which is always fun for me. Just a bit of a chill stream. It's good. It's good. What's up, everybody? What's on your mind in terms of tennis? What's a match that you're looking forward to today? Let me know in the chat. A match that you're excited about that's happening today. I'm excited to see Rublev versus Eubanks. I don't know if I'll be up for it. Monfils Echeverry could be one as well. He's a freak of nature for sure. Yeah. Rublev Eubanks for sure. Zerfe. Yeah, that's my number one as well. I'm excited for that one. Definitely excited for that one. I was excited for Andreeva taking on Ons Jabeur, but that, man, that's a crazy result. Honestly, like I did not expect that at all. I thought that was going 3 sets for sure. How do you just dismantle your idol like that too? Didn't Mira say Ons is her favorite player? That's just mean. It's just mean. Backhand, the forehand of center. Forehand of center. The backhand of the Jong, that goes out. I really can't wrap my head around why De Jong isn't trying more stuff out. I don't know if he feels like he doesn't have it in his arsenal, but I'm not to be too negative, but he has no chance at the moment playing like this against Jannik. So if he wants a chance, he'll have to figure something out. But anyway, Jannik is playing fantastic. He probably wouldn't have that big of a shot anyway, but at least make it a little bit more exciting. The Jong with a little bit of a hobble there. He's already played 4 matches. He qualified in. He's had a great event for him anyway. Qualified into his first major for the first time in his 9th attempt. So, I mean, no offense to the Jong. Jannik is clearly on a different level. Serve Jannik. Well long. Second serve from Jannik. Second serve in the net. 40-15. 40-15. By the way, guys, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, like always. And don't forget to like the video as well if you're enjoying it. It helps the channel. Whenever you can just drop a thumbs up or whatever like that. That would be great. I always just hope that everybody enjoys the streams and watching them. I want to do some good quality streams. Watch longs for the matches, play-by-play for the people that can't watch. Have fun talking tennis with the chat. But a thumbs up always helps on all the videos, so appreciate that. 6-2 for center. He's up 2 sets to love. He's up 2 sets to love. Faison, be nice. But yeah, Novak is a freak of nature. That's true. She looked like she had gone a sleepless night, had to run, just run a marathon for the match. That's crazy. When Ons is fit and healthy, she's one that's tough. The Miami Open was a joke about the alien stuff that happened in Miami. I didn't even hear about that, but that's crazy. I want to hear about it. Rublev Eubanks for sure. Yeah. Ons got bageled in 20 minutes, Mike. Yeah, I saw that. It was literally like 8:25 p.m. where I am. The match started at 8 o'clock. I was like, surely Faison is calling a great match over there with Andreeva Jabeur. Like that was a match that I was personally excited to watch. And then I see that she's losing already 4-0, 5-0, loses in a bagel. I'm like, Jesus. Mira Andreeva's scary, and I guess Ons just didn't show up, huh? I was watching this one, but like that was unfortunate to witness, yeah. Jannik is so composed. That's been since he was 15. The guy's on a different level. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Zerfin. I agree. The guy is so mentally solid. It's crazy. And he's got mentally solid because he's been able to really work on his struggles. He was able to just really focus on the serve and his weaknesses, his physical side. He knows where he needs to improve. He's willing to struggle, to lose matches. He's just looking how to improve in general. He's got a very strong mentality, no doubt about it. Very strong mentality. Backhand, cross court, way up high, into the backhand of center. Backhand, down the middle of the forehand of center. Backhand, again, pretty way up high to the forehand of center. Cross court, easy as you like, love 15. This is the kind of match at the moment where you feel like it might be hard for De Jong to even win points. I remember one of the best performances I ever saw Jannik play was on clay courts. It was in Rome this year against Kokkinakis. He won the first 12 points of the set there, and he was playing, which was half of a golden set. He was playing some of the most amazing shot-making tennis I've seen in a while from anybody in that one set. It was crazy. Similar against Rublev in Miami, which is the best performance I've ever seen Sinner have, personally, in my opinion. At least until the kind of stretch towards the end of last year. But that goes out from Sinner, though, 15-all. Few good performances. Yeah, Jannik is composed. He's been willing to look at his kind of struggles and really focus on that. And it's really cool, too, to see him, I don't know. It's cool to see him be such a kind of mentally solid player out there and just be so locked in as a young player. It's quite a painful experience. Yeah, Jabor match is crazy. Sense TV going to show WTA match this year. Joe, unfortunately, no. I don't think so. It's just for ATP. WTA has its own WTA TV, I think. Is WTA TV still a thing or is it discontinued? But tennis TV is just ATP, and I don't know why. It's really unfortunate. WTA TV. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know about WTA TV. I'm looking at all for all the different countries, and like for USA, it says Tennis Channel. For UK and Ireland, it says Sky Sports. A lot of stuff is going to say Sky Sports now, and Sky Sports is so expensive. TV too. Every single country has a different channel doing tennis. Tennis is so hard to watch. If only we could get people to at least watch tennis, to let people at least get exposure to it, and then they can figure out why people are so excited about tennis. Why the peaks of tennis are so exciting in physical 5-set matches that have huge buildups to these kind of epic moments between two players that have different personalities, careers to that point, tournaments to that point, different emotional, mental stuff going on, such small margins. Both players doing anything to kind of pull those small margins to their side. It's like these kind of things that you should market in tennis, the physical aspect of it in best of 5 matches, best of 3 long ones on the women's side. It's like you don't get to even market that because nobody can even watch the sport when it's on 5 million different channels. Nobody knows where to watch it, even in terms of one country. And it's just like, even in the US, I love Tennis Channel. I think Tennis Channel is a great channel, and all of this is my opinion, but a channel like ESPN, more than just the majors, but the Masters. If ESPN was able to show the Masters, more people would care about the Masters. And it wouldn't just be like majors to most people. Tennis needs to be more accessible. It's my opinion. I don't think it was, but some big went down there. Nah, Enigma. I mean, I believe in aliens. It could be. You never know. Crazy things happen. You never know. Something big. Thanks, Lizon. I don't understand why everything is like this. It's not good for the sport. I completely agree. I don't get it either. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's a double fall. The crowd is dead silent, by the way. You can't hear a pin drop. 1-0. I'm going to predict a bagel. I think Jannik Sinner wins a bagel in the set. I think he loses about 5 or 6 points. I think Jannik is going to absolutely dominate the set because it doesn't look like De Jong is switching up much of anything. And Jannik is absolutely dominant. Wozniacki just lost the second set. Zerfin, yeah, I saw that. What's the score in that third set? 4-1. $100% Anthony. Yeah, it's like, that's my rant about it. You can clip that. I don't get it. It's like, tennis is already one of the harder sports to understand why it's so exciting. And then when people don't market the sport well, and especially there's not good exposure, accessibility to the sport, a sport that I care about, it's not good. I don't like it. Sport coverage in general is a joke. You need like 10 different subscriptions. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I agree. And especially for tennis, but yeah, sports as a whole is true. Forehand cross court is outrageous from Jannik. That will give this crowd something to be happy about. A bit of a wry smile from Jannik as well. Got the best running forehand cross court since a Juan Martín del Potro is on the court. He's got the flat forehand running forehand cross court that reminds you of a Juan Martín del Potro. Del Potro should have been a multi-major winner. Jannik Sinner is going to be a multi-major winner, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. Still needs to reach a major final, but still needs to win a major. But he's young. He's got time. He's playing the best tennis of his life. He's only improving. And that's true. Backhand slice, that's in the net. 6-1 in points for Sinner so far. 30 love, 1-0. All right, what's up? We got Ben Shelton in the chat. Hey, what's up, Benny Shelton? What's up, Ben Shelton? Actually, Quality Shot Tennis, Pat, I don't know if you guys saw it. Pat from the chat, he ran into Ben Shelton on the street in Australia because he's from Australia. He was going to the Australian Open event there. He ran into Ben Shelton on the street. So there's a very great photo of that. So love that. But yeah, Andreeva is a problem. Mira Andreeva is crazy. I love her stroke production. She has such a solid mentality and head on her shoulders. Yeah, she's a problem. She's a problem. 2-0. Jannik lost just 1 point in the set so far. Demonor Encore. Hey, let's go, Demon. My boy Demonor. Lexi says my lookalike, Alex Demonor. Let's see what Demon can do. Demon's playing crazy. He's one of the people to have an eye out for at this Australian Open for sure. I mean, I don't think he's going to win the whole tournament. Like, I'm not going to kid myself, but I think he could have a good run. And he's playing in such crazy form at the moment, so I wouldn't count him out. Definitely, Sean. Yeah, sport coverage is not so good. When Sinner gets the finals, he usually wins. That's true. He has a great finals record. I would look, though. Who has he played in those finals? I mean, I try to stay pretty realistic and objective, which can be annoying to many as well as myself. But that's just how I like to do things, like in a realistic sense. Who are the players he's played in those finals? I would take a wager that not a lot of them are names that he would usually play in the future, probably in Grand Slam finals, like Alcaraz or something like this. But he beat Alcaraz and Umag, so I'm just going to look it up. Gonna look it up. I know he has a very good record in finals, though. Yeah, players that he's beaten in the finals: Pospisil, Travaglia, Mackenzie McDonald, Maxime Cressy. He beat Daniel Medvedev twice in finals, which is good. Demonor he has a good head-to-head against, but that's a good win. Schwartzman in 2021. And then, yeah, he beat Monfils also in 2021. He beat Alcaraz. He lost to Medvedev twice. He lost to Hurkacz in Miami. He lost to Djokovic ATP finals. So he has a good finals record. Definitely great. It's hard to beat anybody who had already a great tournament enough at an ATP level to get to the final. And that's a great finals record anyway, 10-4. But he's going to reach Grand Slam finals. And I think he's going to have a tougher opponents in those finals. But he definitely is consistent. And once I said it in 2022, like I said, I've been high on Jannik for a while. It's why people in the chat, partially why some people in the chat are like that. Yeah, I'm a Jannik fan. Is that I've known about Jannik since early 2019. I've been a big fan of his since French Open 2020. He's a guy I'm generally very high on. I've been saying that he's a future world number one and a multi-major champion for a couple of years now. And I think that what I said in 2022, once this guy goes from losing in quarterfinal stages, he's so consistent at reaching quarterfinals. He was 73% win rate in 2022, despite him falling in the rankings because he kept losing quarterfinals to top players, not just at the majors, but in Monte Carlo, like against Zverev in a third set tiebreaker. It's these kind of things where you have Jannik losing these matches to guys, but once he starts bringing that consistency to semifinals and finals, like he started doing last year, that already means that he's going to be a top player. And I bet I would take a wager that his finals record is probably going to get a little bit worse as time goes on because he's going to start playing more big finals. And he's going to start playing more Alcaraz, Fils, Runa, whoever it is he's playing in the finals, Sebastian Korda, whoever it is at the top, Djokovic at the moment. So Rafa, you never know. But still, very, very good finals record, no doubt about it. That's out from Jong. We're at 3-0. Sinner's lost 3 points so far in this set. True, Enigma. Yeah. I think so. But yeah, he's still a great finals record, no doubt about it. Absolutely. Tim Fava in control against Wozniacki. My girl Caro is not doing well for me. Down 2 match points as well. God damn it. My girl Caro not doing so good for me. Dang it. Dang it. Who else is up after that? Who else is on after that? Anisimova, she has a good second round versus Podoroska. Also really like Anisimova. Hope she can do well. Fernandez, my girlfriend Layla, but she's on an outdoor court and it is raining in Melbourne, so that's not so good. The good thing with Center is he didn't come in with a complete game like Alcaraz, so we've been able to see him develop. Yeah, Sean, absolutely. Yeah, I actually talked about this in a video on my own YouTube channel, Anthony's Tennis Hub, where I talked in a video about the Sean, where I did a video where I compared the two, and there's a comparison between Sinner and Alcaraz, where Alcaraz is such a complete player right away that it's kind of harder for him to add tools into his resume. Like Sinner's thing is that he lacked tools. He's been just improving consistently. Now he's adding tools. He's improving so quickly now that often that happens with tennis players where it's just like minuscule, just struggle and like improving a little by little. By the way, great rally here. Forehand, that goes out from De Jong, though, 15 love. And then when you finally figure it out, there's a huge burst of improvement and huge rate of progress. I mean, this is true not just for tennis, but for other things as well. And you see it in tennis for great examples with lots of young players. And Jannik is one of those examples, I think. So I think that is so. I wanted Karo Niaki to win so much. So sad. Yeah, Wozniacki. Woes. What's your YouTube channel, Anthony? My YouTube channel is Anthony's Tennis Hub. Do you have a link? Yeah, I can put a link in the chat, I think. 1 second, I'll link that up. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. There we go. Zerafine linked in the chat. There you go. Zerafine got the link for it. I appreciate Zerafine. Yeah, that's where I do my YouTube channel content. There's going to be a one-inch draw preview predictions that's going on that channel as well. Yeah. Not related to QualityShot tennis, but just my own stuff for YouTube. Yeah, Zerafine, that's the link for you there, Jong. 30-15 for Center. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to QualityShot Tennis. I'll be here back for more live streams for future matches. Serve out wide, back in return. The forehand of Sinner. That's a good shot. Volley, good volley. Sinner has lost 4 points in the set so far, by the way. I wanna just marvel at how good of a match Jannik has played. You have to drop a set, but this is a completely opposite level to what he was playing in the Botic Van de Zandschulp match. Botic played a very mediocre match against Sinner, and yet it went 2 hours, 35 minutes. So let's see, match stats. There's set 2, set 3, match stats. Yeah, that's tough. Forehand down the middle. That's just lack of experience, though. I mean, I'm not going to shame De Jong. This is his first time playing a match against a top guy like this who can play to the level of Jannik. This is his first time in front of probably such a big crowd with so many eyes on him. I mean, it's just a different level, but shout out to Jong for making the Grand Slam, his first Grand Slam main draw, and winning a match as well against Pedro Cash in the first round. I would like to shout out to Jong anyway. But now that has been said, 14 winners, 34 unforced errors is just not going to do it against Jannik Sinner playing this well. 20 winners, 17 unforced errors. Break points converted. Jannik is 6 for 12, has broken 6 times. No break points for De Jong. Jannik, 90% of first serve points won is fantastic. 72% of second serve points won. Jannik's going to love how he served. He still would like to get this first serve percentage up, especially when he plays against guys like Carlos, who can return so well, but still very good. Very good. Can't complain very much. He's mixing it up on serve very well, which is part of why the win percentage is so good. 15 all. 15 all. I didn't even look at the total points won. We're about an hour and a half. Total points won in the match. Let me see. Or no, in the third set is what I'm looking for. Actually, I'm curious by the match as well. Yeah, big. That's a big difference. I'm actually surprised that there's not a bigger disparity, but third set. Third set, total points won. Yeah, 7 for De Jong. I didn't even think it was that many. That goes out from Sitter, 30-15. 30-15. De Jong at least trying to get a game here. Serve here for De Jong. By the way, I was going to do the Monfils Echeverry match later, but now I'm going to be doing the Coco Dollarhide match, which I got to check out exactly. But yeah, I will be doing the Coco Dollarhide match after this as well, right back here. Forehand into the back and a center cross court. Ooh, nearly a good pass there. Not quite. Not quite, not quite. 40-34 De Jong. Coco Dollarhide is an interesting match. I'm actually glad to be calling it. Monfils Echeverry just might be too late for me, but Monfils Echeverry and Rublev Eubanks are both such good matches. I think David's going to be calling the Djokovic match, though, later on. But it's a shame that I wouldn't be able to call either of those, to be honest, because those are both such good matches. But I'm already getting sleepy, and that's gonna be late, so probably for the better. But I'm excited for the Dollarhide match. Dollarhide reached the Guadalajara final, and I know that Guadalajara was like insane and played out more like a 500 than an 1,000 event, to be honest. But I'll be honest, the level of tennis she was playing in that event, I'd pretty much be not. I'll just say it. I wouldn't be surprised if she did reach a regular 1,000 final because she was playing really well in that event. Like the tennis I did see her play was so high level. So I wouldn't have been surprised if she reached the final of a regular 1,000. So she can play a good ball. And yeah, I'm excited to see that. What is Coco's record like at the AO? I'll have to look it up. I don't know offhand, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure she's never reached the semifinals before. That's one thing I would say. Who could send her play in the third round? Let me check the draw. Let me check the draw for men's and women's. I'll tell you, and I'll let you know. Sinner. I feel bad. I just I just checked as if Sinner was the second seed ahead of Alcaraz. Carlos, I hate to underestimate you. I did choose you to be in the final, so Sinner. Okay, yeah, he's in section 3. He would put Sinner has a phenomenal draw. Sinner's got either Galan or Baez. Galan and Kubler went 10-8 in the 5th set. They have tied for the longest match of the Australian Open so far with FA taking a Dominic Thiem. Great pass from De Jong there, a little bit better. But they played 4 hours and 59 minutes, and that they're playing Baez. It's likely going to be Sebastian Baez. He was playing JJ Wolf, which was close until Wolf started struggling physically, retired. But anyway, hopefully JJ gets healthy, but likely going to be Sebastian Baez. So on a hard court, that is an amazing match. That is a great draw. Then he has Hachinov or Tiafoe. Machak is actually a pretty underrated, young, talented player. Could be Machak. That's a wild forehand from Sinner. Left 30. Left 30 in this game all of a sudden. Sinner wants to finish off well. This could be a great confidence win for him. He wants to keep these as short as possible, these early round matches. But yeah, Sinner's got a good draw. Tiafoe or Hachinov. Tiafoe has beaten Sinner before. That could be a tough draw with Francis. Tiafoe seems to really maximize at the hard court majors. Kovacevic is actually a pretty talented American player as well. He just beat Tabillo in 5 sets as well. And Tabillo, I believe, is still #1 in the live race to Turin. He won an ATP 250. He won a challenger. He's like 20-2 on the season. Anyway, there are a few tough players in his draw, but generally he should be happy with it, especially his 3rd round. Sebastian Baez is very winnable. You couldn't have asked for much more in a Grand Slam. 1530, yep, that's a good draw for Sinner, yeah. Coco at the AO, 2020 4th round, 2021 2nd round, 2022 1st round, 2023 4th round. Okay, got you. 2023 4th round. Now, Zarafin, I think you know something that we don't know. Fernandez, Goff, blockbuster. As soon as I saw the draw, I was like, give it to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Layla, take you on Coco. Give it to me, please. I need that. I need that in my system. I want to see it. Fernandez Goff would be exciting. I listen, that is a good match. Fernandez is in some form right now. Forehand, that's nearly a good get out. De Jong falls over. He's giving his all out there, but his all isn't good enough for Sinner. Hate to say it that way, but just different levels. Different levels. He's 161st in the world. Sinner is playing out of his mind. So good to see Sinner up playing at this level. If he's playing at this level, it's going to be hard for anybody in the draw to compete with him, let alone beat him. Yeah. Zarafin, what do you know? That's in the net. 40-30. 40-30. Hey, Marcus, someone please answer me. Was Ons injured or did Mira actually show up today? Ons didn't play well. I'm just going to take Faison's word for him. I trust his kind of views on tennis and how he views the sport. And he said that Ons was flat and just looked completely out of it showing up today. And that's a shame. I've seen that a couple times from Ons, and it's weird every single time because she can be such a mentally solid player on her day. Back in cross court, back in a center. Forehand of De Jong. The forehand of center, cross court. Forehand of De Jong. The forehand of center. I'm sure Mira played well too, by the way. Back in of center. The forehand of De Jong. Inside out. Back in the center. The forehand of De Jong. That goes out, and it is 5-1 for Jannik. Forza. 6-2, 6-2, 5-1. Jannik's given the crowd very little to cheer for from the other side, but Jannik's ruthless. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Marcus. Appreciate you joining in as well. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you are new, I will have the Coco Dollarhide match. Originally I was going to be doing the Monfils Echeverry match, but the weather had different ideas for which match I'll be streaming. So now I will be streaming the Coco match, which is what it is. Demon or up a break on Arnaldi. I really enjoy Demon. I really like what he brings to tennis. I like these kind of players that bring something that no other player brings, and Demon brings something that no other player brings. I love that he's doing it at a high level at the moment too. I'd say same thing about Grigor. That's a great size. How did Sinner get that lob? Smash. Sinner's there. That's not good enough though from Sinner. You know, at 6-2, 6-2, 5-1, I guess you can just play some exhibition like tennis. By the way, Brenda Frubertova Sabalenka is a good match happening later on today. Another good young player. What's crazy is Brenda Frubertova is like so young, but Mira Andreeva is younger than Brenda Frubertova. But they've got the Djokovic-Murray thing where they're both born in April of like 2007, which is how is anybody born in 2007? You know what I mean? Like, stop. Stop. I'm so young, I shouldn't be made to feel old. That's ridiculous. Serve into the back and a center. Forehand of the Jong. Put away inside in. That's a good shot. 30 love. But yeah, Coco's match is going to be on directly following this one. So I love it. I still got the energy. Still got the energy. After that, I'm going to be fully passed out, but it's going to be about midnight my time, so it'll work out. Hour and 38 minutes. Jannik is one game away from, I guess you could call it a bit of a statement win. He's coming in clutch here. Very solid performance. Serve from De Jong. The forehand of Sinner. Back. Jong cross court. It's a great shot. Back and slice Sinner defending. Stays low. Back and slice. The forehand of Center cross court, forehand, back to the back and a center. That goes long, 40 love, okay. Maybe a bit of a love hold to at least give De Jong some dignity here. If De Jong could avoid any kind of bagel or breadstick in any of these sets, I would say that's a bit of an accomplishment in itself. But it looks like it might be 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. Serve out wide. That goes long. Second serve. Backhand center. The forehand of De Jong. That's in the net. Heartbreak for De Jong, but center in the second round. What can one expect? Yeah, it was always going to be expected. 15. Serve De Jong, forehand of center. The forehand of De Jong has got a chance to hold here. Backhand center. The forehand of De Jong. Inside out. The backhand of center. That's in the net. 5-2. No shame for De Jong, though. Center is playing out of his head. This guy's new to the stage. 6-2, 6-2, 5-2. Jannik's one service hold away. Center about to try to serve this out. We're in 40 minutes to play. Very dominant performance from Jannik. Love to see it. He's got a good draw. Baez in the next round. Fourth round could get a little trickier with Tiafoe, but we'll see if Tiafoe can find some form. Karen Khachanov is always tough. He's tough in Australia as well. He's playing very well in Australia last year, so never know. That could be a tough one. Khachanov has beaten Center before. He's beaten him in tight matches at a major before. Had a 2 sets left comeback against Center at the 2020 U.S. Open. Forehand volley. What a volley from Center. De Jong is on the ground again. De Jong can't stop falling. I feel like I'm watching Davidovich Fokina on the court. Jannik's so nice to De Jong, by the way. Love that from Jannik. Jannik is a genuine personality, man. I mean, listen, Jannik is such a nice, genuine kind of personality. And people say stuff like Jannik is boring, but it's like, he's a genuine dude. Like, he's a genuine guy. Like, I don't need a guy to be super bombastic and like this crazy. Like, if that's not how he's feeling in the moment, that's not what his personality is. I like genuine, nice guys. Like I like genuine, nice guys who are trying to improve themselves and bring the best of what they have to the sport. He's got a lot to bring to the sport. I mean, Jannik is a guy who's talked about mental health struggles as well, which is like something you don't see people talk about in tennis a whole lot, which is cool as well. He's a guy who's just genuine, just trying to do good things, just himself out there. He's mentally solid, just doing his tennis thing. He's got a lot of upside to bring to the sport, a lot of skills. He doesn't have to be the super explosive Kyrgios or Monfils type. If he's just like, it's whatever. People have their preferences, though, which is cool, too. If you don't like Center, that's fine. But I like Center. And he's at match point. He's at 3 match points. We've got Coco Gauff taking on Dahlheid after this, by the way. And that should be a good one. Serve out wide. That misses long. 4 a.m. I'm making mac and cheese. Nice. That sounds good. Backhand cross court. The backhand of Center. Forehand of De Jong. The forehand of Center. The forehand of De Jong cross court. That's in the net. Solid as you like. Jannik Sinner through to the 3rd round. And it's a good draw for him. He'll have a good draw in the 3rd round as well against potentially Sebastian Baez. A lot of smiles between the two guys at the net. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. Good on to Jong for qualifying in, winning a match. First time he's in a main draw, but Jannik is just on another level, not just for a qualifier, but also for pretty much anybody in the draw. If he plays like this, trust me, he's going to be hard to beat for anyone. That includes a guy named Novak Djokovic. He gets it done 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. What a performance from Jannik. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Max. Thank you for listening in. Thank you, Zerafina, as well. Max is the best. Yeah, I made some pasta for myself earlier. Pasta's good. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you checking out the YouTube channel as well. Appreciate it. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis. If you are new, don't forget to like the video. So easy to make and so good. That's true. All right, 6-2, 6-2 for Jannik. It was a stone cold performance. Over 90% first serve points won. Fantastic. Join in for the Goff versus Dahlheide stream. I will link that in the chat. But yeah, 6-2, 6-2 for Jannik. 6-2, 6-2, 6-2 for Jannik. He will be tough to beat.